What draft are you feeling at the moment? You highlighted that there's Gyrocopter. He's pretty strong. I mean, I haven't seen him play carry, or I haven't seen him as a carry position all that long. I mean, nerf wise, he hasn't really been touched in like the most recent updates. Let's see.
I think it's incredibly strong as the gyro, and I hope for their sake that just with a lot of the items that the supports build, they're not really drums builders. But the thing with Gyrocopter is you get drums, and then you can just disassemble it, and you can reassemble it again with his innate ability, the Chop Shop, and it just gives you another free 8 charges of the drums. So you build it really early on, and you are this big contributor to a lot of these team fights, which you know that Yangon Galacticos are going to be going for a lot of these team fights, right? Like we mentioned it as soon as the Nyx was picked up. This is all about trying to avoid this pick-off sort of situation. So not only have they got a Gyrocopter that's going to enable them to do that, look at some of these other heroes that are great in big ball-up team fights as well. Dawn, Pango, Lich, they're all amazing in that sort of situation. I'm preferring the Boom Draft.
You prefer in the Boom Draft? I mean...
I liked the Invoker last pick, but I think the Boom Draft is just overall more well-rounded. Plus,
I think Nyx Assassin has some great targets, though, too. I mean, IO and Invoker, they really, really hate Nyx Assassin. Has he gone the Scuttle as well? He has gone the Scuttle.
And also with the Dawn, you just have a way to be able to gank people from anywhere on the map, right? It's not just a Nyx with Dagon that you need to worry about. It's the Solar Guardian coming in on top of that. So, yes, you can use it defensively, but you could also use it to full effect on the offensive front as well.
I mean, what are the odds that the first game of Season 25 brings us a pause? I mean,
100%.
It is...
In the C region, 100%.
I mean, it's practically law at the moment.
I'm very happy that 3 minute... what would you even call it? Like that 3 minute grace window of no pausing being allowed in pubs. I'm so happy for that. So many people just queue into a game and they're like, all right, smoke break. It's like, no, this is not just your time. This is 10 people's time. You have to play. If you queue up to play, this is game time.
Absolutely spamming the pings right now. Wait, is that Boomer spamming the pings?
I think so.
There's 3 of them. Oh my god. This is not what you want to hear at around about 4 a.m. All these spam pingings. All right, we're gonna have to live through this until the game is unpaused. I bet. Who are we waiting for here? I mean, everyone's connected.
I think it was a Discord mic situation for Yangon.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah.
I mean, they're in Myanmar and notorious for internet kind of cutting out at some times. So maybe they're just having an issue needing to jump around servers that the Discord call is being hosted on. Never know. I mean, ours. Let's pull back the veil a little bit, Epi. So I'm casting in Australia, you're casting in the UK, and our producer is in Peru. So we were like, what is that central location that's going to be able to give us all reasonable ping? And we finished on West Coast USA. So it's like, not near anyone, but it's the closest we could get.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a while away, just over the pond, 150 milliseconds of ping, no big deal. I mean, if this was Dota 2, it would be absolutely horrendous. You would feel that.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Australia used to have to play on US West. Like, this was the original...
my god.
Yeah, this was... We didn't have a server. C didn't have a server. We had to play on US West on 160 ping. Now, I don't play on Oz. I play on C, and it's like 90 or 85 ping, and that's bearable. As a support player, that's fine. But I'm no stranger to playing on US West, I'll say that much.
How long have you had to, like, take that ping for?
Forever.
How long? Forever?
I mean, it's just like, even you look at some of these digital products being sold in Australia, there just seems to be an Australia tax smacked onto it. Like, yes, our dollar is slightly weaker, but like you do the conversions and they just like add an extra $10 on the end of it. I'm like, why? It's digital. There's literally no difference. Oh.
Have you actually ever played on ping less than 60?
Ever? Yeah, on Oz servers there are. We do have Oz servers for some stuff. Like Oz has a Dota server. Oz for like, you know, WoW and a bunch of other things as well. But it's did you see all of those pigs just explode after the pause?
No, I didn't.
It was like 500 pigs just over the Radiant Fountain.
Thanks, Boom. Thanks for perhaps giving someone a little bit of a fit for those flashes.
Just a little bit. Do you like the Santa hats, by the way?
Say again, sorry?
Do you like the Santa hats? I laugh whenever I see Io with a Santa hat on.
Yeah, it looks a bit weird. I remember playing Monkey King as well with the Santa hat, but then when you turn into a tree, it positions it in a very suspicious area.
Oh. I mean, on low druid, it's like on the side of his head. I know that. But now...
Does the bear get one?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, on the bear.
Oh.
But this kind of feels like pay to lose now, because even though he's got 0 turn rate, you know which way Io is facing. So...
Oh, that's a good point, actually. I do actually find it funny, his little hat pointing in the opposite direction.
Yeah. Just sliding around. Oh no, the pings. Not again.
The hat is inside himself, though, if you have a look closely.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like on the top of the ball. It's like on the.
I mean, it's just light, right? So, like, what is the top?
Philosopher's going to answer these questions for eons. No one actually really knows.
I haven't seen too many teams do it, but just seeing that Dawnbreak innate ability, what is it called? Break of Dawn, there we go. Giving map hacks for a couple of seconds for Boom. I've only seen one team actually do the Nature's Prophet, Wrath of Nature combination together with it, just to get literally everything across the map exploded with that damage.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool, actually.
You'll notice as well, Mac went the Thunderbolt facet instead of the double shield jumpy boy, just because Invoker has so many ways to be able to A, get rid of your shield with a tornado, or B, just cold snap you midair. So Thunderbolt going to be really great at being able to find those backlines and control them, notably the IO. Like, that is the one that they're going to be focusing pretty much every single time.
Do you think it's definitely worth it for the reduction on the Rolling Thunder?
Reduced reduction.
On the Thunderbolt. Sorry, I mean the reduced time, because the duration, yeah. I wasn't clear.
I love the reduced reduction. I think it's worth it, just because you do need to be controlling that IO. Like, this is what their entire draft on Yangon is revolved around, right? It's an IO draft, so you just need to address the IO, basically.
I mean, I remember you speaking about this gyrocopter bottom lane, about how this would turn in, and I really do like the save mechanism that you spoke about the Lich having the Frost Shield, because of course Marcy, main damage is going to be this Unleash when she gets herself level 6, and if you got yourself the Frost Shield, then already level 1, you're reducing around about 45% of that damage.
Kind of nuts how much you're able to reduce just with 1 point, and that's why the Invoker was so important as well, right? Like, you needed a way to be able to get this Frost Shield off a lot of the time.
Yeah. I mean, 8 seconds is a long time when it's level 4. Doesn't sound like it, but it definitely is. I mean, Black Hole lasts, what, around about 4 or 5 seconds, and that feels like an eternity sometimes.
Yep. So, I mean, this is going to need to be like a nullifier game for Sun Wukong as well on his Marcy. Like, you just need a way to be able to stop Force Staffs, Glimmer Capes, Frost Shield, anything of that nature just needs to be removed instantly in a lot of these engagements. I do like how they've actually manipulated this lane, though. Like, Gyrocopter isn't getting a ton of farm, and that's just because of how they've not allowed them to make a few of these pulls happen. Feels really good.
Starting to harass nicely, though, a little bit with the flat cannon. Meanwhile, top lane, though, getting some cog action here. KSH, FBZ getting quite a bit low here. I mean, especially for the position 3 Dawnbreaker. Still okay, though. Not really anything that the Tiny can do yet. Actually saving a skill point here. Still only got himself the Tree Throne. Is about to get level 3. And a contest here for the... Ooh, just about gets the Lotus. Even with that battery assault there.
Nice down by Tim's. It's all Rangon. I mean, he's just got the Wind Lace. I was wondering, like, how is he actually looking to try and keep up with the Nyx Assassin a lot of the time. He's got a 25 movement speed disadvantage right now, so yeah, really expecting him to try and rush into that boots of speed as quickly as possible.
Finally spending that skill point now, actually putting it into Toss and Avalanche. You would max Avalanche here, or would you go would you max Tree Grab, being as your tiny carry?
Good question. I mean, I think you can kind of think of it in two ways, right? Do you want him to be the one getting a lot of farms, sitting back, letting the rest of the team do the work, or do you need his damage? And I kind of feel like you need his damage in these early stages. So, you know, you might look to still go into this Avalanche sort of build and then get your farm off of winning team fights as opposed to just purely right-clicking camps.
Well, they're going on Mac. They've dropped a Blood Grenade. The cogs are there. No mana to actually get out of those cogs. And that's going to be a kill there. Unfortunately, trying to leave it for the Invoker, but the uphill miss will not allow him to get the kill, and it will go to the Clockwork. Still
a nice hero to get it, though. Like, he's got the Boots of Speed queued up. He's going to have a wand coming, Magic Stick coming through soon. And now it becomes a whole lot more difficult for Nyx Assassin to play this game, at least in the lane, right? FBZ isn't going to have quite as easy of a time being able to secure a lot of this, and he might be in a bit of trouble here, actually.
Oh, yeah, the Avalanche there, the cogs too. Cogs doing a lot of work here, and now this is going to allow them to get themselves a second kill. So Rain, moving around with these rotations. The Clockwork 5 really paying off here right now.
It's a great hero, right? Like, you do fall off in a big way in the later stages, but you still do have that BKB piercing stun. You do still have the cogs to be able to kind of force BKBs in the middle of a lot of fights, and that's not something that a lot of position 5s can do. Tim's there just being punished for his a little bit of greed. I mean, it's an Nyx Assassin, right? You're going to be a bit greedy, but with the death onto Mac, hold on, up top, KSH dodges out the stun, and I think he should be fine as well.
Yeah, he's pretty tight. 1,500 HP with those powered treads at 5 minutes. I mean, that's the benefit of playing tiny carry. You're just, you know, so tanky.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Soul Ring that he's going for, though. He has a lot of mana issues. That should help, the Soul Ring.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I don't think I recall a single Tiny that's gone the insurmountable facet. He's gone Crash Landing just because of how broken it is right now. And
yeah,
instead of maxing out the Avalanche, you max out the Toss just to be able to get the most out of that, that spell at this stage.
Quite a lot of rotations on the mid lane here, though, too. And attempting to go for the Nyx Assassin here. More cogs. The Impale there. It does land onto 3, but it won't be enough to save Tim's life. He will fall to the Clockwork.
Doing a great job. Now he's got the treads as well. I mean, maybe he's going to be the one building into... We talked about the drums' potential. Hold on. He might even be scouting out this Observer Wall. No. Just off the mark there. But yeah, drums for a Clockwork feels pretty great, especially with the Boots of Bearing to be able to stop a lot of the slows that they've got on Boom side as well. Feels really good. My eyes are still on what item build Jack is going to go for, as down bottom, actually, there's a little bit of action here.
There is indeed. Activating that level 2 Rocket Barrage. It's doing quite a bit of damage there to the Marcy. Running into the creeps.
Well,
yeah, they won't be able to get a kill there. Sec. Uh-oh. Crashed PC. It must be all the pigs.
Good thing he... Yeah, right? Good thing he got away, though. So not giving up a single kill yet at this stage from Yangon Galacticos. And again, this is what we were talking about. They have the potential to take it up against the best teams of A, the region, and B, the world if they ever get the chance. But they got to have the draft to be able to make it happen. I'm just having a quick look at Zorain as well. Moving around the map, 5 seconds until those Wisdom Runes are about to come up. And he is eyeing off that one to the south of him. But Tim's, FBZ, they've both got eyes on him.
They have, yeah. I think it most definitely will go to Boom. This Wisdom Rune. They're definitely able to secure it there with Impale. It's on his own, too. I mean, speaking of PC crashes, though, you mentioned the Break of Dawn innate ability. Have you ever had it where you like dropped like severe FPS when that's come up before?
Surprisingly not. I actually got
a
new CPU recently, so that might have helped. Only like Mass Illusions / Wukong's Command has done that for me.
Oh, okay. Oh, and this most definitely may be a kill.
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh, still able to get away. Very nice.
And again, like he pops the healing cell, but he's got tranquils as well, so he doesn't even need to be in this sort of area. Oh, he's so close to being able to scout out that observer ward as well, placed by Tims. Maybe during the daytime he'll be able to see it when he's walking around on that cliff. So actually a clever time for Tims to have positioned that one right before the nighttime, so that solo kill, by the way, from KSH. Crash landing.
Oh, he put it into toss. He didn't put it into the avalanche.
Yep. So in the space of 2 seconds, he dealt 800 damage to this 1100 HP Dawnbreaker.
Wow.
At nearly 8 minutes. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fair?
That's a bit crazy.
Now the rune skirmish a little bit here.
Oh, it spawns top.
Yeah.
And the cogs are there. Oh, the rolling thunder coming out, stunning up the clock. They may be actually turn it around. They will do indeed. Actually taking down the clock this time in his own cogs, but Lich will most likely fall.
Oh, what a toss!
There. They get both Nyx and the Lich, so in return for losing just the clock, they get both of the supports here on Yangon Galacticos.
Man, that is a really solid rotation coming through from KSH. He's been an amazing game so far, topping the net worth. 103, gets the haste, denying it away from Mac, who probably could have got it with the Thunderbolt after getting the kill onto the clockwork there. And then he secures another kill off the back of his rotation, and then is able to get back to the lane before the haste wears off. Like, that is pinnacle of really good carry play coming through.
And this is what you like, right? I mean, I remember when the... I can't remember which update it was, but with the metas ever changing, it's always been more beneficial to have this type of carry that you can always help out the team instead of, you know, like, farming forever.
Just say not anti-mage. That's what you're saying. The amount of times that I see an anti-mage and I'm like, oh, we're in for a long one, boys. This is not looking good. But yeah, Tiny, Monkey King, Gyrocopter, these are the sorts of... Good Terrorblades as well can really provide you that extra benefit that you're talking about.
To get that solo kill there on Marcy 2 on this bottom lane. I'm going for a Crystallis. Second item, already got a Falcon Blade here on Gyrocopter. Trap Boys has a blink for the Tiny. So really going all in here to try and help his team and benefit with the early damage that we were speaking about, the toss and the crash landing. Already trying to actually find a kill here. They're going to go for FBZ, who's trying to farm these ancient creeps. Slowed down here by that Cold Snap EMP. The cogs are there. Here we come. There's the toss. Gets the kill onto FBZ.
And that's prior to Blink Dagger, which it is 10 minutes, and KSH has it coming out to him on the career right now. So you talk about, like, what is the strategy that they're going to go for on Yangon Galacticos. This is it, right? They're wanting to just go all in. Screw your team fight. We've got much stronger pickoff.
I'm watching now where KSH is just going to be able to one-shot one of the supports now with this Avalanche and Toss. That's what he's going. Tree Throw. Still at level 1, putting all the points now into Avalanche. Here we go. Echo Saber, next item.
Yep. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, it just gets you through that early game, gives you some map control, and then gives you ways to be able to play around that global presence that you've got with the Io, right? With the Invoker, who's had a pretty good game too, just ghost walking around the map.
They found that ward that you're on about too. Oh, Avalanche and Toss too onto FBZ. They're going to get the kill once again onto the Dawnbreaker. Falling, taken out, killing spree for KSH, and they'll find themselves the top tier 1 tower.
This is what I was talking about, though, with the Nyx, right? Even though Tims hasn't necessarily gone the greediest build, he's only got the 1 point in the Mind Flare, so it's more of a, like, when I'm on the move, I'll use it when it's off cooldown sort of deal. But it still means that he's left FBZ on his own. And Dawnbreaker is a strong laner, but you just have a look at the net worth difference. He's, like, more than 2.5k behind the Tiny.
Yeah, that hurts.
He's about to step forward into that Sentry Ward range as well.
Yeah.
I do see him.
They have a cheeky second sentry within the trees.
Yep.
Tiny ready, KSH got the blink. They're actually going to place it.
Lich needs to be so careful with his positioning as well. He cannot get blown up by this Tiny.
I thing is, though, he's not farming KSH. Trying to really find an opportunity here. Just hasn't found one yet, so wasting a little bit of time not farming. He's going to blink away now.
Like, if it's going to open up the map, it's worth that attempt, especially when you've got Blink Dagger. I mean, Blink Dagger is not a farming item, so if you want to be able to make the most of your item choices, you've got to play around what's most beneficial, right?
Yeah. Just roaming around, throwing creeps.
Just tossing, blowing up an entire creep wave, isn't that nice? There we go again. Very fair, very easy, very simple.
Still yet to see the power of Io and Marcy, though, yet, with Skill 8 just lying in midst in the trees.
I feel like we're getting very close to that point, though, right? Skill 8 has the mech built up. He's got his level 6. He's tethered together now with Marcy, so I'm wondering if they might go for that sort of play soon, or are they just going to wait for this armlet to be up on the Marcy, because it's a big damage boost. Not even actually relocate. They're going through the twin gate. Just really, again, open up the map. That is the strategy that they're going for right now. Reduce the places that this gyro can play. Make it a little bit more obvious when Nyx is making a lot of these movements. I still think FBZ on his Dawnbreaker, he is the main priority for them. Like, you can just find him consistently and take that Solar Guardian out of the equation. That is such a big benefit to your team.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
He's just resigned himself to the fact that he's going to get gone on. He's gone Blade Mail, first item, just saying, look, if you're going for me, you're going to at least, like, pay with a little bit of your life for it.
You get a feeling.
Maybe this team can come. Yeah.
Well, Thames is scouting out, though. That's our rain, though. Yeah.
Gonna need to TP to protect.
Oh, they're going for the wisdom. Thames is not going to get it. Nice TP there from him.
Oh, Skill 8. He relocated. Yeah, needing to pop the Chain Frost, otherwise he would have relocated back. So, yeah, nice rotation coming through from Jackie, who's, okay, going for the Aghanims, not going that Drums Rush that I was talking about. To be fair, they haven't really grouped up that much as... Hold on.
Yeah, Tim's just got hooked by the clockwork. Caught in the cogs. Nowhere to run in that part. So now maybe perhaps they'll try and focus down this tier 1 tower. And tanking the tower, PH is with the Alacrity here. Really trying to take it down. KSH here too. He's got himself a blink. Here comes Io to help with the overcharge. Crits Creek giving that extra attack speed. And there we go. Tower falls. FBZ. He's got himself the Blade Mail now. They still want to jump him. Look at it, hanging around in the tree line here. Deciding not to go for it.
Again, though, this is where it feels like they're at their strongest. Nighttime on Yangon Galacticos, right? They've taken out all tier 1 towers. They have pretty good vision on the Boom Esports side of the map, and you're not going to have that extra vision for the Flak Cannon to be influencing a lot of these fights as well, just because it's nighttime, right? You don't have that additional source of vision. So right now, they're just going to try and split up the map as much as possible, right? Don't lose a team fight at this stage. Just try and cheat a little bit of extra experience wherever you can.
It's really difficult for Tims right now to actually land a Vendetta. I've just seen him trying to roam around the map. He's been using this more to actually snatch wisdom runes than he has to actually jump onto it. Oh, you'll finally use it. There we go. They'll get themselves the clock. These sentry wards have been really pushing him away and stopping him from actually using his ult and avalanche and toss. Oh, it's not enough to actually take down Tims, and he's healing back up there with his Solar Guardians. Now they attempt to turn it around here onto KSH. He's got no one to protect him. It looks like he's going to fall. There we go. The rest of Boom Esports rotating together. They find themselves 3 kills there and a double kill for the Gyrocopter.
I mean, realistically, that should have just been a kill onto the Clockwork, right? It also just gives you a bunch of information with the Nyx Assassin revealing his position. You know the Vendetta isn't available, but Tiny just jumps in there 1v4. They had vision at the start of that fight. Yes, it got dewarded at the towards the middle stage of it, but that is a valuable kill that you've given up now. A killing spree going the way of Jackie. Gets a double kill actually off the back of the Io going down as well. He didn't even bring in the Marcy, so it's the first big fumble that Yangon have made so far, and it's resulted in a 3k net worth deficit.
Oh, Tim's just getting out there with that Vendetta Scuttle. 550 movement speed straight up.
And now Gyro's got Ags as well. So this is a timing that should have probably been coming maybe a minute or two later, but instead, you've just got so much more potential now to survive a lot of these fights, deal that consistent damage, pick up your farm at a much faster pace. And you got to remember again, KSH has gone for this ganking style build. He's not gone a really farm intensive build. He's trying to now, but has the time passed because of just that one big poor decision in trying to take a fight and feeling a little bit stronger than he actually was.
I mean, he's still pretty similar net worth to the Gyro.
Similar, but I feel like Gyro is going to accelerate so much faster. And, by the way, they smoked underneath a ward right there.
Yeah, they just broke on Tim's there. They've just attempted to try and get a hookshot too. Will not capture the Lich. Lich is still okay, caught by the Avalanche. There's the jump from the Marcy, finding the kill. Solar Guardian coming down now, trying to focus on Wukong. They found the IO. It's going to be a 1-for-1. The Rolling Thunder there too, catching the Marcy. Marcy will fall. Rolling Thunder connecting now onto the Invoker. Where's the follow-up? Do they have it? Attempted to chase him now. KSH coming in with a toss. Get away from my Invoker, he says. Because now he's attempting to flee here within the river, but in comes Tims with the Vendetta and the Impale. Turning it around now with the Meteor there. They find the kill. KSH, though, he's got 3 heroes upon him. He's getting lower and lower. They find themselves the Invoker and the Tiny there too. Gyro just surviving on around about 300 HP, but they will come out on top here. Boom Esports. Clockwork will TP away, but they find themselves 4 kills on Boom Esports.
And you just see the difference there with the amount that the Gyro is able to do in that fight, right? 5k damage being done by him. He gets off, I think, just 2 uses of the Flak Cannon, but it's with the vision that they're able to make that advantage happen, right? Placing it down towards the very start. I'm a little surprised that they didn't take away that Watcher as well from Yangon Galacticos. They've got Marcy, so they only take it in 1 second. And it just feels like it just gave them way too much information throughout that entire team fight. And again, another big difference is that FBZ was able to Solar Guardian in rather than being the one initiated on. He would
really come back in terms of the net worth. Now, 4th place in net worth.
It really just takes, like, one bad team fight was it. Like, there was... This is kind of what I'm talking about with Yangon, right? Like, they looked incredibly impressive in the first, let's say, 12 minutes of this game. Taking away all the towers, finding pickoffs, really ruining one core's game. But beyond that, it feels like they lose a little bit of direction once it breaks into this this sort of stage of the game. And a big kill to be giving up on your Tiny, who had a pretty much flawless game up until that point, has now resulted in all your tier 1 towers going away. The Gyrocopter finishing up the Ags, the Dawnbreaker finishing up the Ags, and I mean, now how do you come back into this? It's going to need to rely on the pickoff, but the thing is, Boom now are at the stage where they kind of are fine with grouping up and going themselves. I think maybe all they're waiting for is just this Ags to come out for Max Pango, and it's on the courier right now.
Yeah, on the way. Meanwhile, Sun Wukong, he's close to a BKB here on Marcy. I really think this is going to change the pace in the team fight somewhat, because just hasn't been able to get off any damage with the Unleash here. But then once you have yourself that BKB to stop, you know, any disablements, I mean, especially from Impale, from Nyx, and, you know, the Rolling Thunder here too, then hopefully you should be able to get it on board. You've still got that problem of the Aghanim's from the Dawnbreaker like we spoke about, and they're taking Roche right now here too on Boom Esports. So having themselves the Aegis on the Gyrocopter quite early on. I mean, he's almost finished the BKB here too, only around about 1,000 gold away.
Ooh, nearly got the snipe there with the Rocket Flare, just about half a second late from Zorain. It was only a level 1 though, so probably not going to get the kill, and I think that's what the old chat laughter is about. I do like that Yangon didn't just sit back and let them do whatever they wanted throughout all of that, though. They went, they stole the Wisdom Rune, they got their own Wisdom Rune, they kept mid and top both pushed in. Like, yeah, sure, FBZ was able to deal with the mid lane, but they didn't just sit back and do nothing in this state. You know, they're not playing afraid. I don't think that's something that Yangon can ever be accused of doing.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tormentor stolen. Boom Esports. And that went to Tim's there, so he's got himself the Vendetta applies break on attack. Very nice.
This game is kind of meh.
Yeah, not that much. I remember when they used to do a lot more, like it used to decrease like the amount of magical resistance that they have. Oh, Solar Guardian coming down. No mana here on Tiny. And being impaled and stood up so many times here with the Rolling Thunder. The impale there too. There is clearly no escape there for that poor Tiny. And will fall. But that's quite a precarious place to farm, right? On a Tiny.
Especially considering, remember that previous team fight I was talking about, the vision that they had on Boom, and, you know, they didn't deward and decided to let Tiny farm on the other side of the map completely away from the rest of his team. So it's just a very big blunder coming through there from KSH.
Yeah, not the greatest. BKB finished now on Marcy, ready to pounce. They just need their Tiny to come back, and you were bang on right, Danog. I mean, Tiny was matching the Gyrocopter in terms of farm, but now starting to fall behind. 2k ahead this Gyrocopter is right now. BKB recipe is just about to land into Gyrocopter's hands, and then that'll be a BKB, 3 minutes Aegis. I think we could most likely see a tier 3 tower push.
I think you could. You know, like, most of the time it's second Aegis that you're trying to do this sort of thing, but maybe they're just going to play...
Oh, smoke break, sorry. Sorry,
no,
Tarnog.
Right. No,
they're going to go on to... No, missed the Impale there onto Io. Now Tim's attempting to flee, but they're pulling back. There's the suplex, the dispose. They take down Tim's. Do they want to try and hunt for more? As Young PH coming forward, he's got himself the EMP there and the Ice Wall onto Jackboy, slowing him down. They find Lich all on his own. The toss forward there too. They're going to attempt to try and take down the Gyro. They will do so indeed, taking down that Aegis.
Rolling Thunder's up.
Doesn't feel all that powerful right now, but that BKB's ready. They've got the Sunstrike, the Solar Guardian coming out along with the Rolling Thunder there too. Gyro able to survive through it all. They take down the Clockwork, but Yangon Galacticos, they're still okay. Do they want to go more on the hunt? Homing missile coming in. It affects the Tiny there. They've got themselves the Tornado, though, and the Pounce right onto the Gyro with them. Oh, the meaty meatball. There we go. Taking down the Gyro. KSH is still fine. Getting impaled there, but healed up by the Io. They will lose the Marcy there with the clock, but they still do take down this Gyrocopter with this Aegis. Take him down. There's still team fights going on here with an Avalanche and Toss taking down the Pangolier, but Tiny so close to death is going to fall. The Chain Frost there too, bouncing back and forth. They will find FBZ. What a manic team fight here. It's now Lich 1 kill away, but Tim's with the Mind Flare and the Dagon. They won't be able to find the Io, but they will find the Invoker. That turnaround with that insane nuke damage coming out from the Nyx Assassin, finally paying off. You gotta respect him when you're this big intelligence hero.
The 5v5 coming through for sure is, you know, a big impact there, but I gotta say, like, it did feel like there was a bit of a lack of communication coming through from both sides during all of that. Like, more importantly, Boom. Like, what was Tim's doing completely away from the rest of his team in the mid lane to start that fight? They had a great ward behind the tower, they had the Aegis, they had Gyro pressuring tier 2 tower, and he's just completely away from the rest of the team, not allowing them to just secure the objectives that might give them that high ground push. And then in the middle of that fight, we saw the Rolling Thunder inside of the cogs. I think I saw 5 different cogs get hit once, so Back wasn't actually able to move out of them. He was just stuck inside of it. That's why they still had so much mana to be using all of their spells towards the end of the fight, because you weren't able to make the most out of this Aghanim Scepter on the Pango. And then, at the end of the fight, when Io's trying to TP away, Lich had the mana boots off cooldown, and the only thing stopping the Impale was Tim's didn't have enough mana. So, you know, just lots of little things coming through that could have made a really good situation for Boom into one that they just kind of break even, but it just goes to show, like, what a good position they're in this game, that they're still able to make something out of a bunch of different mistakes.
Yeah, that team fight went on for quite a long while. I mean more than a minute, but I did feel it was quite sparse in terms of everyone was kind of like positioned away from each other. They were all quite scattered. It was like small team fight after small team fight until eventually we did see them all group up in the end there, and then everyone just got absolutely devastated. But not grouping up during that Aegis on Gyrocopter did kind of cost them a little bit here on Boom Esports.
Yeah, and I know I did mention previously that, like, the Nyx Assassin, he doesn't necessarily want to be grouping. When you've got Aegis and a deep ward like this one that Zhao placed behind the tier 2 tower, that's the exception, right? Like, you have the strength at that stage. You have the information. You are the ones that are going to be able to respond. And you want to be the ones kind of dictating the pace of the game, let's say, by taking towers and doing things of that nature. So because of that, tower stays alive for a whole lot longer. It's still got 50 HP, and I'm a little surprised that, here we go, Jackie's now just going to walk forward and hit it once, and it'll die.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Starting to climb back though in terms of net worth. I mean, win probability still in the favor of Boom here. 62% did go down quite a bit by around about 10% since that team fight.
I mean, yeah, we were mentioning how Tims didn't necessarily give FBZ the easiest time in the early game, but ever since then, like his impact in that last team fight was enormous. I think I saw 2, maybe 3 different combos, which is kind of surprising, right? Because he was the one that initially got picked off to start everything all happening, right? And just rejoins the team fight to Vendetta, into the Impale, into the Dagon, into the Mind Flare, and it gets that quick pick-off that they were needing.
Yangon Galacticos feeling a little bit defensive here right now. Not actually spreading out on the map, actually staying around the tier 2 towers currently at the moment. I mean, they do have themselves some aggressive vision, though.
They do. Maybe they just feel like this is the stage where they need to be getting into that next item for themselves. Like we were expecting, it is going to be that nullifier for Marcy coming through next, but still about 4,000 gold away from it. No, actually 3.5.
Yeah.
You've nearly got the Holy Locket for Skille, which would be pretty enormous in a lot of these team fights. Clockwork, Solar Crest, I mean, for anything that's a really slow hitter, like a Tiny or a Wraith King, attack speed just means so much more. So that's going to be really impactful too. Like, there's a lot of stuff coming through very shortly for Yangon, so I don't begrudge them for just being a bit more passive.
Satanic finally finished now for the Gyro, so a lot more sustain within these team fights coming up. I mean, especially when you have yourself the Solar Guardian 2 from FBZ.
Not beholden to his BKB either. He could still fight as long as he's got one of the 2.
I say Tims was about to scout out the Clockwork then, but feeling a little bit of an itch as if eyes were glazed upon him. Zorain pops the Dust of Appearance there, pushing away the Nyx.
Now you've even got an extra 3 attacks coming through from Jackie. Now that he's level 20 from the Flak Cannon.
Radiant structures are
still able to push out their comfort zone a little bit here. Yangon Galacticos actually taking out this tier 2. There's no one here to meet them yet. There's Chat Boys. He's also pushing an aggressive here on a tier 2 tower right in the middle lane. They will force out a glyph there to protect that tier 2. Are they going for tier 3? Yes, they are. Yep. Look at this KSH jumping on this tier 3 tower top here. I mean, rotation coming out from Tims. Tims is on his own. The alacrity there, but KSH does not feel that he should. Oh no, he's going back in. He's going back in. I mean, there's the Impale 2. Here comes the Solar Guardian. They're attempting to try and take down KSH. He has not been able to activate himself. That BKB, all because of those chain stuns there. So he will fall, along with maybe perhaps the IO here too. Yep, IO will fall. And that is 2 dead on Yangon Galacticos is now trying to find the Clockwork here. 2 able to cancel the TP there with that Rolling Thunder and the Shield Crash. There we go, getting the kill onto the clock 2. And that is going to be 3 for nothing here, Danog. They will punish that severely here on Boom Esports.
I mean, I was about to say, like, where's the Sentry Ward down? You know, you're pushing up against a Nyx Assassin who was just allowed to walk forward and get a stun off, which is really surprising to me that they had that. They had one on the IO as well. Want to call out FBZ, though, for a great Solar Guardian usage. Just to be able to, you know, be that extra defense coming through, but he made sure to hold it with the Aghanims and drop right as the relocate was about to go off onto the Tiny and bring him back to safety. That's what I was talking about when I said hold the stun. It wasn't just the fact that he wasn't able to get off his BKB, it's the fact that the extra saving mechanism that they've got was taken away completely. So really well done by FBZ.
Able to chip a little bit at the tier 3 tower. Daedalus now for the Gyrocopter with that Satanic, so looking pretty beefy now at 31 minutes in. Still plenty of items to go for here. You can eat up that Aghanims, you can sell that Falcon Blade. I mean, going for a Butterfly next now on the Gyrocopter, something, you know, Tiny really not wanting to buy a Monkey King bar, is he?
No, definitely not. I mean, he's just more about let everyone else burst them down. Sorry, I'm just having a look at this smoke coming through. Who are they going to be able to find? FBZ seems like the one that they're targeting, and especially when the Roshan roar happens, you have to imagine like, where is the Dawnbreaker going to be farming? And they guess right.
Oh, are they able to get anything? Oh, the hook shot just before the gate. Are you able to get through the gate? Here comes the meteor. They will find that pick off there. The TPs did come in from Boom Esports, but they will not be able to avenge FBZ there. They will get a pick off kill, but they do have themselves the Aegis of Immortality once again on this Gyrocopter.
So really good move there by Yangon, right? One, anticipating what Boom are going to be doing at that stage. Two, anticipating where FBZ is going to be. Three, press Simone to move fast enough so that they catch him just before the Twin Gate. And also, that move buys them a bit of extra time, right? Again, when you've got the Aegis, what do you want to be doing? You want to be pushing forward, you want to be taking high ground, you want to be taking objectives, but they forced 3 TPs back in the process of doing that. So that's going to give them some time to A, wait out this Aegis, but more importantly, get into these big items that we've been talking about. Marcy's nearly level 18. She's nearly got enough for the Sacred Relic. Then she just needs about 1,000 gold for the Helm of Iron Will. You've got the Holy Locket now. You're working towards a Scythe of Vice. Like, a lot of things are coming together for Yangon Galacticos. So this 12k net worth lead, it doesn't feel like the absolute worst.
Honestly, it doesn't feel that bad. Not at all. Aegis, you've still got a little bit of time on it.
Oh, plenty, yes. But you want to be just going straight up into that lane push, right? You even just have a look on the bottom side of the map. They've got a fairly decent high ground ward covering the ancient camp area to the right-hand side, so I mean, their ideal situation would have just been, all right, push up this bot lane, force them to TP back, force them to try and fight inside of their base. And as long as we get that right sort of jump, or hell, probably don't even need the jump. You could do something like place down the Roshan's banner and use the Gyrocopter to hit into it with his Aegis, BKB, Satanic, Frost Shield on him, because they still don't have that offensive dispel outside of the Tornado. You know, it's all little things of that nature.
Mm-hmm. I really have to commend FBZ, though, I mean, especially for his comeback in terms of actually having impact, because he in the early stages of the game, he felt like he was quite targeted, right? I mean, I think you picked up upon about the fact that he did not have himself a lot of net worth, but now all of a sudden, he does feel like he is a very important position 3 here within this game right now. Is actually being able to help out quite substantially. I mean, even picking up an Assault Cuirass as well after the Aghanim's, it really has benefited his team.
I'm not sure how the interaction is actually with the Solar Guardian, right? Like, once you're in the air, do you provide the AC aura to your team? Is something that I'm going to be looking at, I guess. For
I would,
yeah,
I'd say no.
I would say no as well, but you never know.
Don't think so.
Nicely done. They get a glyph out of Boom. They put a little bit more pressure on. They even got a TP force there from, I want to say, Max Pango. But Boom, they're not worried about defending. I think Jackie is laying down the law saying, guys, we're pushing. And Tim's, where the hell are you? Basically, it's the other thing. He's still mind flaring creeps in the jungle. You're pushing high ground, my guy. Get to your team.
I mean, I was good. I was saying, Invoker trying to deal damage to the Gyro, but I actually saw this Witchblade here with the Alacrity on young PH actually did quite a substantial amount there on the Gyro, because he has been healing back here. I mean, even without activating the Satanic with the 30% lifesteal, it's still quite something. But I'm wondering what other item young PH is going to go here. He's got him set. He's going for a Scythe of Vice, which I think is really going to be quite nice in terms of stopping things like Gyro, getting the very good what?
Rhyming.
What did I say? I didn't even hear myself.
Oh, hold on.
Rolling Thunder.
Mackie likes the Whisper as well.
Worth?
Ooh, is he gonna miss everyone?
Ooh, the tree! He's okay. Relocated out. Okay, I mean, they did use a relocate for that. They just pinged it.
Okay. I mean, as long as they keep the lanes shoved, it's fine, right? And you just see KSH down here. He's just going to whack a few creeps. He's going to do the same thing to the next wave.
Poor IO.
Yeah.
Oh, KSH. Uh-oh. I mean, you got a BKB.
Yeah. Although, do they have Basher on anyone? don't think Pango has it.
BKB TP. That's gonna be fine. No, it won't! Oh, the Solar Guardian! Oh, through the BKB. I did not expect that coming. Oh, and I'm sure KSH didn't even. Oh, the Solar Guardian. Stunning on impact there. That was pretty good for FBZ.
Hold on.
I didn't
He's a
even
little
think of that, to be
isolated.
honest. He is. He is a bit isolated. They might be able to find the kill. That was a very easy kill. And still got the Unleash remaining. The BKB ready as well. The Meteor coming in. Oh my god, look at that damage there onto the Gyro. Gyro, you're on your own. You're not as beefy as you thought. You've got to respect Yangon Galacticos. And indeed, he didn't. And with that, they get themselves the solo kill there onto the carry. So both carries dead. Tut.
Tut. That's the big thing, right? Like, yes, he is beefy, but he needs someone to back him up. Even if it's just one person, you know, just to provide him that little bit of extra attention away from himself, or that little bit of extra survivability, or that bit of extra damage going back the other way. So both cores really putting themselves out on a silver platter, and well, it was a big death to give up, especially with no buyback for the Tiny, but Gyro going down as well. Gonna give them a little bit of a lifeline. Scyther Vice now up for Young PH. Nullifier up for Sung Wukong. 15k net worth lead. I still think they can do it, Epi.
Both of these carries having a god complex here, thinking they can take anything, but both of them dying solo.
They know what's going on, though, right? It's a bit of a mistake by Yangon Galacticos, excuse me, not pushing out both mid and bot lanes, so they just completely back towards the left-hand side of the fights. And I'm sure Jackie is...
Smoke break.
That's a pretty decent pick-off. Didn't pop the scythe, though.
What Skull Basher? Skull Basher, Solar Guardian coming in. Oh, God. That made me choke a little bit there. There's the head. And the suplex. They will find the kill there onto FBZ. That was pretty... I mean, they got vengeance of their own, you know, the through BKB cancelled there with a Solar Guardian and turning it back around with a Skull Basher from Sun Wukong.
And now they're going to try pushing down. The one without buyback is FBZ. 70 seconds on the deck. They will not have a high ground fortification for 45 seconds. And I mean, when you've got a level 22 Tiny with AC, with an IO backing you up, this is the time for you to try and, you know, take away that tier 3 tower on the high ground for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there in terms of that cough there. You know when it takes your breath away, and then obviously, of course, you didn't actually breathe in, so you just...
Just forgetting to breathe, you know, normal thing. But look at this Tiny. Look how quickly he's taken this.
Oh, Rolling Thunder though. They've got themselves the Impale there too. He hasn't been able to activate that BKB, getting lower and lower, but the mechanism is there, and the relocate. Oh, back to full HP, but they will be able to take down the Gyro, but with that... Yangon Galacticos.
Is IO saying, give me something to tether to, please?
He's going to try and tether away. Oh, no. Yeah, there's the Sinister Gaze stopping him from doing so. I thought maybe perhaps they could have turned it back around, but I feel like, you know, with FBZ spawning in just a couple of seconds.
Oh, dude, IO's going BKB so that won't happen in the future.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, what other item do you think you could go here on the IO?
Aeon Disc wouldn't be the worst. Don't have too many offensive dispels on the boom side. And you talk about not wanting to go MKB as a Marcy. Well, Sung Wukong's going to BKB on the Marcy.
I just kicked my extension lead by accident and my entire game just froze for a few seconds. I did not know what the hell happened there. Oh my god, I had a little bit of a scare. I was like, I do not want to miss this action. I do not want to be cut off by stupid mistakes. Oh, Rolling Thunder there onto 2. He's caught 2. Lovely BKB usage there to stop the further stuns. But they will back themselves off here in Esports.
I feel like that's all they were really wanting, though.
Yeah.
I'll be able to see if they were going for any sort of smoke outside of the base, though, with the daytime just coming through. I want to see, what's the win prop? 73%. Okay, seems about right.
It's up and
I
down,
would probably get that as well. Yeah. Good use of the rockets as well, just to reveal where the team is at this point in time. They smoked underneath that expiring rocket flare as well. Another little bit of a mistake coming through from Boom, so they're not going to know exactly what's happening. Young PH, he can't be hanging around here when they just saw that smoke. Especially holding on to the gem, don't want to give that one up for free. They see Tim's.
Oh, they see the Nyx. Oh, the hook shot does not connect. Oh, meanwhile, though, Avalanche. But you've got yourself the Aeon Disc. Rolling Thunder coming in now. They've caught the IO with that Chain Frost. And maybe perhaps the Tiny there, too, does have himself the BKB. Not able to TP out. Is he able to TP? Oh, no, the Solar Guardian coming in again. They've got themselves the BKB. TP cancel. And there we go. They find themselves 2. On Boom Esports, just picked off once again here. Down for 80 seconds. Most likely going to siege high ground now. Will the Tiny buy back?
At least he's got it this time. That's the difference there. And they didn't even need the Solar Guardian at that point. Now Max got the Basher as well. So you've got another way to be able to stop any sort of TP engagements. And this is, again, the IO draft is all about killing the IO. You know, you gotta make sure he dies, and then suddenly you feel so much weaker after that point.
Yeah. Well, the Hex actually not going to last that long because of that Aesthetics cap. Yeah, I like that. Oh, meanwhile, though, Mossy, with the Unleash and the hook shot there, too. I mean, Invoker did die there. Both buybacks coming out from Tiny and Invoker. Jackboy's getting lower, just able to avoid that tornado there, but they're coming in for the pursuit. They've got themselves the cold snap there, along with that dispose. There we go, able to find the kill there onto the gyro. They want to try and go for more, but that Chain Frost slowing down the rest of the team, and look at that, Tim's with the Mind Flare, getting the kill there under Zorain on the clock, now attempting to try and hide into the trees and TP away, but that Avalanche has caught him, and they're going to find the kill onto the Nyx Assassin. There we go. It will be, however, a 2 for 2, with a buyback there from Invoker, also killing him beyond the tier 4 tower, which was quite surprising to say the least.
Buyback on the Tiny as well. I don't know if IO bought back as well. It was pretty low duration left on the death. I don't think Skillet did, so at least you've still got that. He's going to have his BKB in not too much time. More importantly, this is the reason for the buyback being used, right? You know you've got Roshan available for yourselves. You can go and claim that one as well. This is the kind of point where I want to see young PH being the one grabbing this refresher. You know, you've got a lot of potential for that. Multiple uses out of the side device, multiple uses out of the tornado. And
yeah,
they
he's
will.
Go grab that. I mean, what do you do now on Yangon Galacticos? Now, I mean, 2 buybacks already committed on 2 of your most important heroes here. Do you just sit high ground here right now? I mean, even with this Aegis, and just wait for the buybacks to come back online? Or do you feel like they should risk it all and try and find themselves a pick-off here, utilizing the Aegis?
Yes. Yangon, they only know one gear, and it's 5th gear. Like, they're just going to be all systems go, trying to keep on moving forward, get the most out of this little timing, because I'm sure in their minds they're thinking, hey, they think we're going to be, you know, turtling a little bit with this Aegis. Let's go make something happen. You know, like, we're going to be able to find someone. We're going to find a quick pickup. We've got a freaking nearly level 25 Tiny. Maybe that's what they'll wait for. You know, just something to give the additional toss charge to kind of use against the gyrocopter to prolong, or sorry, reduce the effect of the satanic timing. I mean, he's even got a shield rune on Tiny as well, so he's got 6,000 HP to be able to play around with. Maybe he just wants to wait for that Swift Blink at level 25 as well.
He's going to risk farming here.
He's got the team behind him though, and again, 6,000 HP, so I think he'll be okay. Haste rune. Yeah, I'm sure he's saying, get the hell away from me. Give me my level 25. He's not going to get it just yet.
Swift Blink now. 2 toss charges or avalanche cooldown?
I go toss.
You go toss.
With Crash Landing being as busted as it is, you have to.
Toss charges it is. I do remember when Tiny Carry was he was quite prevalent quite a year or 2 back, and I remember always being so annoyed here by the double toss which Tiny can get, because it just affects you to the point where you're not able to activate BKB if you're able to get it off a second time.
Mm-hmm.
You're just able to kill someone still within the air.
It's not going to require... He didn't didn't get the toss requires no target, though, at level 20. Obviously, as a POS 1 Tiny, more important to have the tree grab base damage to enable the siege a little bit more, but it does mean that if they are needing to defend themselves, they're not going to be able to get that, toss back into tier 4 tower or potentially fountain sort of play happening. TP's now just starting to come through.
Well, here we go. Alacrity, look at that. Oh my god, look at that Rex fall. They do commit the glyph. Here comes the Rolling Thunder. KSH, he's okay. He blinks away with that Swift Blink. Look at him go.
No Rolling Thunder being available is a pretty big deal. I mean, he is level 26, so it's only going to be 35 seconds away, but yeah, that mid lane is just far too pushed in with a 45-minute siege creeps. It's the double wave as well, so they're going to have to back off for now.
The fastest stone I've ever seen.
And the net worth lead is growing, but I feel like the win probability for Yangon is also increasing at this time, even though they're getting relatively poorer and poorer. Hold on, relocate. They're going to try and get through the back lines.
Oh no! Oh, they're doing it. They're doing it. Oh, here we come. Oh, the Jester plays. Come out here now.
I love it. I love it. This is why I watch. I love Yangon. You were talking about it like, are we going to see anything interesting in these qualifiers? And I'm like, Yangon. They're going to be the ones.
I mean, they were kind of applying pressure on the others. Oh, Tim's.
Hold on.
They have vision of him. Oh, yeah, there's the Avalanche, but the Aeon Disc is ready, and they're going to go on to Young PH here. He does activate that BKB there in time, so he will not die. Io, though, in some trouble, is protected by that Glimmer, does not use the cheese, will fall. The Aegis down here, too, on the Tiny. The Cogs is there, though, catching in Tim's. He doesn't have himself that Aeon Disc anymore. It's going to expire very soon, jumping on top of him. The Chain Frost there, still bouncing around, though. They will find the Nyx Assassin. The cheese still available here. They find themselves the clockwork too. It's going to be a 1-for-1. That BKB activated on both the cores here on Marcy and Tiny as now they jump forward. They want to try and find this gyro, but he's still living through it all. They're not able to damage this gyrocopter here with that frost shield. It's now Tiny having to retreat away. The Invoker's down with no buyback down for 2 minutes. KSH is going to fall to that heat-seeking missile. The homing missile takes him out, and only Marcy remains. And that is definitely GG now. Yep, there it is, folks. Game 1 will be going to Boom Esports here, who win that fight miraculously. They're not even able to deal one glimpse of damage there to the gyrocopter through this frost shield. And with that, they get themselves the victory.
Through the frost shield.
Last pick here for Yangon Galacticos. And I was that excited, I just smacked my face on my own microphone to realize it was that close. But yeah, I'm quite intrigued by the sniper. I mean, especially on the mid lane here too, facing up here against the Earth Shaker. I'm quite curious as to what Young PH is going to level. He's gone the ghillie suit, which is the take aim, so he hasn't gone the other facet, which is the
the thing I was about to mention. Have a look at the old chat. Max says, "Good luck, Thompson," because in other regions, like when you're going up against Thompson mid, you literally first phase ban the sniper because of how often he's going to be picking it. Like Samael as well, it's a first phase ban hero because that's how good this hero can be in the mid lane. And there are very few counters to it as well for the mid lane, right? Like you can Lina and kind of break even. You can also go even Puck, right, where you're able to deal a little bit of that harass through to him. Doesn't feel amazing. A lot of these other heroes you just straight up lose, even though you might win the matchup once the team fights start to break out. In the lane, there's just no hope. So I feel like that's really what Mac is all chatting about. And I like the ghillie suit as well because of what you were saying before, right? If he reveals himself, then you get blink skewer RP'd, whatever. With a ghillie suit, if he just stays in the trees with the take aim, you're not going to be able to do that.
Do you remember like these sniper picks within the other games? Do you remember what facet they're going for? Is it the same or is it for the shrapnel?
It's really personal player choice, I think. Like shrapnel really crushes the lane, but it also means that once the team fights break out, it doesn't feel quite as good, right? And I feel like just because of what we were mentioning with the RP and the blink Echo Slam, like he needs that. He needs that extra layer of protection for himself.
I mean, they both have the benefits to themselves, right? I mean, you literally just said like that it really helps during the early stage, but then after that, it kind of just feels meh. It helped in the early stage. Now I just have shrapnel. I don't want to use it. Whereas when you have the long duration of shrapnel, it actually helps to try and lock people down with slow. Maybe. You know, already. Nice snake bounce there. Oh, double boulder smash along with the celestial hammer too, and the lion will be found by the hands of Zorain on the Lich and getting the first blood there with the physical attack.
I think it was his blood grenade ticking, actually. Like, just that little, whatever it was, 2-3 health that it was taking. Doing enough to be able to take him out. So even though young PH would have loved to be able to have that extra little bit of lane dominance, never too bad for a Lich to get it either. Means that he could just buy out a full stock of mangoes, I think. Just one. He already had a few for that team fight.
Did we mention the swapping of the lanes?
No, we did not. I'm just looking at it now. I see, hold on, Dawnbreaker, safe lane. What's going on here? Maybe just feeling like he's not going to be able to do too much against Jackie? I'm not quite sure about that, though. I feel like the Bristleback into the Magnus, you would have felt totally fine to have that sort of matchup.
So I was looking at it. Originally, we thought it was going to be the Earth Spirit on the mid for young PH until the sniper came out, and I'm thinking, okay, well, what about the side lanes? What's going on with that then? If we don't have Earth Spirit in mid, I was like, so, you know, Bristleback bottom.
Hold on, Chow might be in a bit of trouble.
Only level 1 Quill Spray doing that damage. Still doesn't have a Wando online.
So even though it's not the Dawnbreaker, you still see the thing I was talking about, right? Like, you just buy a little bit of extra movement speed with the Windlace, and a line A isn't able to keep up with you, and B only has one stun to be able to stop you from pulling. That's what Skille was doing the entire time, so don't hate this. Also, maybe just wanting the Bristleback to be down here because you're a lot closer to a lot of these stacks that will be built up for you.
Yeah.
Earth Spirit's not exactly the greatest stacker, though.
Mid, young PH. Mag's getting super low here. Look at this harass. I mean, level 1 headshot.
Mag's doing a decent job, though, of getting his own net worth, right? He's 11-5 in terms of the last hits, so ahead of the 8-2 on the sniper, so doing a decent enough job there. And that's, again, it comes with the territory, where you're just going to get punished a lot of the time as this sniper. So you take the farm where you can get it, you have to play on a knife's edge, and I'd say Mac's done a pretty decent job so far.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Got to try and win this lane as best as he possibly can here on the mid.
Oh, if he breaks even, he'll be ecstatic, I think.
Yeah, because I'm feeling once this game goes ahead and he gets himself, what, like a Blink and an Agnims, then Sniper's in for some trouble. Meanwhile, Tim's went into TP. Unfortunately, the Celestial Hammer will not reach the range that it wanted to, unfortunately. Only 700 cast range at level 1, so not able to jump underneath the Pugna to take him out before that TP completes.
I always have to look at Magnus's just to see if anyone's crazy enough to go the reverse polarity. Just to see, you know, maybe this is the game for it, but no. Even in the C region, just boring old RP.
Who is it that goes? Is it Ari? Do you remember who goes the reverse?
I don't know. The things that your crazy countrymen do, I don't want to be a part of it.
don't even. I can't. UK Dota is the pinnacle. I don't know what you mean.
So Ray might be in a bit of trouble.
He will. Yeah, a few more physical attacks. Slowed the Celestial Hammer though. Oh, that's quite nice. And he's on 40 HP, but will not survive the Shockwave level 2. FBZ getting the kill there.
Even just doubling up this farm here, taking the small camp as well. Why not? Prevents any sort of pulls up on the top side of the map. Mid lane still doing pretty decently as Mac, to be honest, going up against young PH. Of course, that's one of the side effects of not going for the scatter shot facet.
The power treads. Oh, Tim's getting lower and lower. Physical attack from Zorain. Finding the Pugnet. They get the kill.
Ciao.
Action happening bottom, yeah, 2. Taking down the Lion.
I feel like regardless of if it's in the upper bracket or the lower bracket, this is going to be a story that we're seeing a lot coming out from Yangon Galacticos. Winning the lanes and then maybe feeling a little less organized once the later stages start to kick in, you know? And, you know, once again, they're coming out in a really good spot in the laning situation. The only one really having a good game so far is FBZ off the back of that kill that he was able to get onto the Lich. And again, another one of those reasons why I'm a little surprised that they went for the Bristleback swap into the off lane. I don't see any stacks built up for him just yet, and it's allowing FBZ to just have too good of a game, especially considering he is the main cause of concern for the sniper. I don't think you can let him have a good start.
Still pretty even in terms of last hit, so I do have to commend Mac for that. For the amount of harass he's met from young PH here.
Yep. And it's actually Tim's that's going to be the ones making the first stacks. So because of how good that lane has been going, makes a few stacks, able to rotate towards the power rune. It's going to be bottom. It's actually going to be Skilla scouting that one out first. He's able to claim that one, and maybe now they go for an attempt onto the Shaker, but he's got enough for the Echo Slam if he really needs it.
1,200 HP here with the power treads. Really help him.
Nice ward set up by Skilla with his previous move in to the right-hand side of the tier 1 tower. Just scouting out that there is a bunch of stacks that I assume Sniper might be looking to try and take. Honestly, all their
for a kill here top. FBZ.
Magic wand.
He does have himself skew it. Oh, he gets found there. Taken out. Not a lot of mana remaining though on the Dawnbreaker. Still okay though.
Yeah, he was really trying to play and bait them in closer to the tower, get off that full 20 charges of the magic wand, and try and make that turnaround happen. But it was a good Sinister Gaze coming through from Zorain, preventing that from happening. So a kill that probably shouldn't have happened, but you understand the justification for why they he waited that long. He just ultied it. Sure, why not?
Fair enough. I mean, that's an efficient way to clear the camp.
He's not going to have Blink Dagger for another few minutes, so may as well use it while you can. Will that encourage them to go for a bit of a roll in onto them, though, with Skilla walking underneath a Watcher and their own Observer Ward, so he's completely scouted out. That's why Zhao is just hanging behind the tower.
Okay on the net worth as well. Oh, rolling in.
Still going
Here we go. And they've got the Solar Guardian here too, hopping down on top of the Earthshaker. Still okay. Lovely Decrepify there from Tims, but in comes the Assassinate from the Sniper. And will secure the kill there onto the Earthshaker. So even with some of that save there from Tims, it will not be enough. Young PH gets the kill.
And all the information in the world as well. Oh, it's a regen rune on the bottom side of the map. Sung Wukong will say thank you very much. Be able to claim that one up. Does he have the time to be able to walk all the way back up towards top, though? I guess he does. He's got decent movement speed.
Actually, bullet. Oh, KSH, he's still okay. I say he was right on top of the Medusa there. He's going to do it again. He's going to do it again. They're rolling in. Easy kill down to Medusa with a rotation from Skilla on the Earth Spirit. Now they're trying to find Lion in the trees. One more Quill Spray should do it. And there we go. Double kill for the Bristleback.
All right. Another decent start. That was a life drain, sorry, a mana drain attempted onto the Bristle just to prevent him from being able to keep spamming out those quills, but it's just level 1 right now, so not going to be all that impactful for providing that source. I wonder how many points you actually can afford to put into the Earth Spike, right? Like, is that what you're looking to try and play for, or is it really just get that mana drain in as much as possible?
Yeah. Oh, RP on Sniper within the river, going to be skewered back, and they actually might find the kill onto the Sniper. They will do so indeed. Nice pick off there by FBZ.
And it's Mac that gets it as well, so I wonder if he just Echo Slams this Ancient Camp as well. Yes, he will. Nicely done. Brings it nice and low for himself, and again, he's what, 700 gold away, at least before these Ancients go down from that Blink Dagger, so may as well make use out of it while you can.
He's almost got it. This is really helping him. I mean, even though he's doing okay-ish, he's still a little bit lower than net worth. Compared to Bristle, actually, he's matching that of Sniper. He's doing better than just okay, actually. Ignore me. Oh, the double drain. Oh, okay. Do you see that there? They're giving him the mana and the light. Oh.
Yep. Feels good.
That looked stupid, to be honest. Oh, they're going for the Medusa, though, near the tier 2. Not able to... Oh, doesn't actually have Stone Gaze leveled here at all.
Yep.
So not able to push them away. Will just die.
Good timing for this movement as well. Again, using their Observer Ward to their full advantage. They've got the Siege Creep as well, so this is a much better move coming through from Yangon Galacticos. Using their spells off cooldown, using the Siege Creep to its fullest potential. Not losing too much. I mean, they've still got the Chain Frost up top here, so might be able to defend the tower or even just use the Lich to be able to blast the wave.
I like what KSH has gone here, because usually on a Bristleback, even if it's carry, sometimes we just see Mana Boots along with like an Agnims, like straight out. He actually went like a Null Talisman and a Bracer along with Power Treads too. Just get himself like more extra stats and make himself actually a lot stronger compared to just, you know, naked Arcane Boots. You know what I mean? Because you don't have yourself the stats, so it really doesn't really add anything other than mana regen.
Yeah, I don't even know what we can call this this Bristleback, right? Like, is he the carry? Is he the offlaner? Because he played in the offlane, but he is the carry. So he's gone the Seeing Red facet instead of the, I don't even know what the other one's called, Snotty one.
Snot Rocket.
So, sure. Then it's like one of those things where it's like, if you're the carry anyway, what is Arcane Boots realistically going to do, right? If you've got the Seeing Red, you want to be hitting for as much as possible.
Yeah.
Dire are scanning.
I think you have 3 facets to choose from, actually, if I recall.
Does anyone ever choose the third?
Wait, sometimes?
Berserk.
Yeah, if someone doesn't know how to use Seeing Red or just doesn't like it because of the vision reduction, I think they might go for it. Blink ready, though, now for the Earthshaker, ready to jump, but there's no one on the mid, so they could look to try and pressure this tier 1 tower, which they are going to do so indeed. Tim's here, just spamming the Never Blast. They will force out a Glyph. Nice there, timing. Maelstrom for young PH.
On that Blink Dagger, though.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Still with that shield rune as well. Mac going to be soaking up a lot of that. A lot of those tower hits.
Dire's middle
They're not going to defend that, are they? No. Mac will get it.
has fallen.
Enchant Totem.
Already well on his way towards the Aghanim Scepter for himself. Thing is, like, we still haven't seen that combination that I'm talking about. Hold on, smoke coming through. Gonna walk underneath this Observer Ward. They see.
Oh, does not connect with that rolling bolt, but they'll still get the kill onto Lion. Yeah, there we go. Going to go beyond the high ground now. They found themselves Tim's here too, who's on his own. They've got the Sinister Gaze, Assassinate coming out there. Does decrepify himself, but in comes the Chain Frost and the Boulder Smite. I mean, Chain Frost only connecting once. Funny use there, but still, both the supports taken out by Yangon Galacticos.
Is it worth it, though? I mean, you used Magnetize and Chain Frost for that, and they were going to be up in about 15-20 seconds. So you almost wonder, does Boom just go for an immediate play after this? I mean, Mac might be able to get one more of these Ancient stacks. You'll be able to get the 14-minute Wisdom Rune. But if I'm them, I just shove the lanes out and go for another smoke off the back of the Echo Slam. They've still got that great ward to be able to play around with, and that's where young PH is farming. Maybe they're a little scared of the amp damage. But hold on. Oh, okay.
Oh, Echo Slam. Oh, and the finger as well will be enough to take down Sniper before that Solar Guardian comes down. But in return, they're going to try and get some vengeance for their fallen comrade. Will they be able to take down The Earthshaker is still surviving through it as the RP comes out there and saves the Earthshaker. He's still living through it. Will he be able to escape as KSH on his trail will find the kill? It's a 2-for-1 at the moment. Now trying to go for FBZ here within the river. He's attempting to flee. Does not have himself the skewer. Blink Dagger coming off cool. He's actually going to go for the TP here instead. He will not die to the hands of the Bristleback. And now he wants to try and go for more here. KSH, will he be aggressive? No, he's going to pull himself back. And they will only find 1 kill here for Yangon Galacticos.
A big one for sure, but again, you got to get that Echo Slam off cooldown, right? Especially if you were able to get really early into this Blink Dagger. Can't just be sitting back and letting a sniper and a Bristleback, for that matter, continue to farm. Also considering, like, who's the one actually buying a break on this team? To me, Bristleback, it's scary, but it's not like there's no answers at all to it. You know, I've seen it get absolutely monstered when you play it up against a Shadow Demon with Break, or a Bristleback, a Nyx Assassin with Break. Just anything that provides you that way to quickly burst through it, because they're not lacking in damage.
Silver Edge
Look
Medusa.
at these TPs. Look at these TPs up top.
Oh yeah, they're going for KSH, and he is dead. Wow, really bullying him. 5v1, along with taking out the Earth Spirit there too. Some easy pickoffs there for Boom Esports. Oh, they want the sniper.
Yep.
They want the sniper. They've just pinged him out. They won't find him though. They want to keep this
time there for the Bristol.
Yeah.
Bit of a trend with KSH, right? Just running into a team fight, maybe overestimating his strength, but you can do it against maybe 2 heroes, not against the entire enemy team.
No.
Because of that, Mac, with the couple of assists that he was able to get, plus a kill, only 800 gold away from his Aghanim Scepter, so I'm sure young PH is saying, bro, can you just not give the Shaker all of this free net worth?
They've caught a Lich. Lich is dead through the Solar Guardian, the finger claiming the life again, but it'll be a support for a support there. They take down Tims. Tims is gone.
Again, I feel like that's much better for, I mean, no, they didn't RP, right? So you use Magnetize, you use Solar Guardian. Both off cooldown for 80 seconds now. You've still got RP. You've got an Earthshaker who's 500 gold away from being able to get into the Aghanims, and he might be able to do that off the back of this bottom wave. This is, again, time for Boom to be able to move forward and make something happen.
Yeah, this is going to be nice when he gets that Ags. Don't have to rely on that Blink Dagger anymore. He's going to be quite troublesome to catch. Just going to be jumping around.
Just connecting together with Zhao. They actually see young PH here. Oh, he's going to walk into the Dawn.
Oh, he is. And is he going to get away? He's been caught there by Skill Lay. The Spirit Vessel is upon him, though they do find young PH there. The Echo Slam comes out. Mac's still living through it all. The RP's there. The life drain healing up Mac. Mac is still alive. Going to be able to fall from the hands of Sun Wukong with that Celestial Hammer. But in return, Tim's able to try and find the kill. But look at these Bristlebacks in the back here. It's going to be a 4 for 3. What a bloodbath here. As it's 5 on the side of Yangon Galacticos, but missing the Medusa there. Jack boys, he's farming the top here and pressuring this tier 2.
Sure, why not? And, well, they're going to get a D-ward off the back of this one as well. So, like the fact that they went for that move. Again, though, it's all about the timing. It was without the Shaker with the Aghanim Scepter. It was 100 gold away. You could have afforded to just farm one more creep camp to be able to make that happen. Instead, got a little bit antsy with the good positioning coming through from Zhao and the Vision, but it just means that they were forced to commit into the middle of that team fight as opposed to getting an easy escape off the back of just leaping away with that Enchant Totem.
I am wondering what Mac was doing there, heading solo up near that secret shop.
He had the, I forget if it was Pugner or Lion, but one of them was there in the trees to the slight north of the secret shop.
Ah.
Oh, they're going to be taking Roche as well.
Oh, they are. I mean, I guess they can with Bristle.
I even see Jackie starting to move up towards top. This
No, they can't.
finished up.
They can't take this. They're taking it too fast, surely. Surely not.
They know exactly how fast they're going to be able to get there as well. A nice ward placed down by Zorain.
Yeah, they're going to get it in time. There we go. But are they still going to commit FBZ?
They don't have ults.
Nope.
They need to wait 10 seconds. Maybe trying to catch them on the retreat out. That's why they're positioning themselves towards the right. But again, look at the vision by Zorain. It spouts out everything.
Yeah, no, it's great. This vision right now.
Might need to bail on it though. Not wanting to go too far into not even enemy territory. It's their territory, but into the unknown. Let's call it.
Yeah, indeed they shall. Back off for now. Both carries about the same net worth here. KSH wanting to go for a BKB here. Meanwhile, Medusa. Ah, there you go. Silver Edge incoming now, Danog. He's almost got it.
Necessary. I'm a little worried about his survivability because doesn't have much off the back of that. But I suppose again, you've got the decrypt, you've got the stun, you've got the multiple drains to be able to keep yourself healthy, and I feel like he's going to be relying on those a lot from his Pugna and Lion. Level 4 now on the mana drain as well, so Zhao is going to be able to fulfill that role.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Wanting to try and get the Tormentor here?
Are fortified.
Seems so.
KSH.
Bristol, so doesn't.
Oh, he can
too
take
much.
it further.
Yeah.
Money changes hands.
Zorain's got himself a free Ice Spire. It's always
That
nice.
feels amazing as a Lich, let me tell you. He's almost level 2 as well, and I think there's not too much in the game in terms of power spikes from level 1 to level 2 ultimate that rivals Chain Frost. Like, you're nearly doubling the damage per bounce around.
It's going to be pretty tasty in the upcoming team fight. And Kaya Yasha finished now for the Magnus FBZ.
Okay, just wanting to be a little bit more maneuverable, I guess, going up against the sniper. Even Bristleback feels pretty good against him too. Who's going to be able to get this freebie? You probably want Zhao to be getting this one, and he does. It's not a great Aghanim Shard game for a Pugna, just because, again, you're going to be using that Life Drain defensively as opposed to offensively, so it's not like you're going to be placing that down on the Nether Ward. Whereas you could still use Mana Drain offensively if you're in a good team fight, right? It means you're not going to get silenced or all that other stuff.
I'm just quite intrigued with the Kaya. I just haven't seen Kaya before on Magnus. Am I missing something here? Is this something that's picked up quite a bit on Magnus, or is this just an FBZ thing?
I think it's something that's picked up, or an FBZ thing. I think it's a smart way to play it, you know? Like I was saying before, I'm a big Shockwave enjoyer coming through for the Magnus. So if you can do everything to maximize its impact, why not? He did get a really early Aghanim Shard, so he's contributing into a lot of these team fights. He's found some good pickoffs. He's hit some good RPs as well. He's doing pretty much everything right. He's even scouted out this this Observer Ward here, so FBZ's playing a great game.
Oh, he didn't go the BKB KSH. He's picked up a Bloodstone instead.
They committed so many heroes to be able to take that that top tower as... Oh, hold on, Mac.
Oh yeah,
Should
they've
be able to leap
caught
away, maybe. Maybe
Solar
not.
Guardian. I mean, he has himself the Echo. The Sinister Gaze is there. The Chain Frost coming out. They will find a lovely solo pick off there on the Earthshaker.
I feel like he had time to leap away, but you know, maybe a little lag.
I mean, he had the BKB there. Actually, I don't know if he had that BKB or
just
not. I
finished
can't confirm. He just finished. Did he finish that as he died?
Yeah. After the fight.
Okay. I was gonna say, because if he got that off early, then maybe he could have done it. I had a look at his inventory. It was like, oh, okay, he has 106 gold. I'm presuming he just picked up the recipe as he died, maybe.
Yeah. Be a little careful here, Jackie. He's using the Silver Edge to be able to move out, get a bunch of illusions for himself. And that's going to be useful. I mean, keeps mid lane shoved, will keep bottom lane shoved. Top lane is getting pushed in a little bit, but with that Aegis just expiring in 10 seconds, I'm not sure if they actually want to commit all that heavily for this, especially considering you're going into a Magnus. Again, with that blink, skewer capabilities, and yeah, they're going to back off entirely. Not under vision, though.
Oh.
Look at this backline jump. They're going for a big wraparound here on Boom. Jackie just trying to break a smoke, it feels, at this stage. But the team has to stay close-ish to him. Oh, he can't reveal this far away from his team.
Oh, this is... It's a
He's
little bit
already used
dangerous.
Manta
He's
as
used
well.
the Manta, yeah. Heading to the high ground. They want to try and catch him. Here comes the rolling boulder. They're going to try and catch him now with his team not in there. Here comes Mac with an Echo Slam onto 3. Oh, but will they be able to turn it around? No, they will not. They lose themselves 4 instantaneously here from Boom Esports. Oh, getting themselves 4 kill on Yangon Galacticos, but the buybacks are here. Solar Guardian coming in from Sun Wukong here, trying to save the sniper. They don't have themselves this Aegis, as they are going to take down the Lion, though. I mean, 2 buybacks committed there, but the sniper may still fall here. Sniper in trouble. Oh, is the skewer able to find the kill? FBZ, though, in some trouble. Actually saved there by the Decrepify and being healed up here by Tims, and Mac able to get the kill onto the Lich. That is a dieback, and Tim's going to fall, however. So Wukong now does have himself the Celestial Hammer, going to try and maybe perhaps get away. Actually trying to fight into the Medusa, maybe perhaps get a kill into the Medusa, maybe no! Close, but not enough to take down this big snake. Well, what a fight that was there.
There's been so much baiting going on throughout this game that I'm sure once Jackie revealed on that lane, they were like, surely he's not alone. And it was just that, like, 3-4 seconds of indecision that allowed him to walk up to that high ground, get a little bit closer to the rest of his team. If they instantly just pounced at him when he was right next to the tier 2 tower, he's dead. You don't get there in time to be able to save with that Echo RP combination. So I understand why they didn't instantly go for it, because you're like, surely not. But yeah, ended up costing them pretty hard in the end there on Yangon.
Yeah, if only they went for it much earlier, but it's a difficult game, Dota, where you have to make these how would you call
decisions?
It? Yeah, but maybe not even 10-second decisions. You always have to make the gamble, don't you?
2-3 seconds is an eternity in Dota at the very high level. Like, you could just find someone completely out of position, lack of TPs, lack of ultimates. Like, it is a long, long time. Except he doesn't need a tier 3 token. All right. Just lying on the ground there.
Shikadi for the Medusa now, too.
Oof. Feels pretty good against some of this healing coming through from the Bristleback in particular. Without that BKB, it's going to be super impactful. And yeah, Max just pinging out the tier 3 token on the ground as well. Still no one wants to pick it up. Tim's eventually, but I think he's getting pretty good value out of the Gossamer Cape, to be honest. There's one item that I am happy to hold on to for the entire game as a support. And they're just pushing into this bottom lane. It's only one flag bearer creep here, but it's rid of that that backdoor protection. Tims might be able to hang around and yoink away the Wisdom rune. So double Wisdoms, I believe, go in the way of Boom. As
Zorain. Yeah, he's been caught. He's on his own. Oh,
way too deep. No one was revealed on the map. That is a crazy little invasion attempted there.
He really wanted that Wisdom rune.
You can want it all you want, but you gotta pay the consequences.
He didn't even get it. Arcane rune on the river, though, for KSH. He's going to take that.
So,
BKB.
Level 20 and BKB. That's Bristleback's timing, basically. Looking to go for that. Should have it by the time that Roshan is up. It'll be up top for 40 seconds. So, if Yangon were looking to try and claim it, they've got to plant their flag up there, get a little bit more control, but they don't have it. You know, it's actually going the way of Boom. So, kind of securing the fact that whether it's on our side of the map, we're happy, or if it's on their side of the map, we've got the vision advantage, so we're happy. So I feel like Boom have set themselves up to be able to secure this the second Aegis, which of course has historically been that high ground sieging Aegis for themselves. And even Zhao looks like he'll be about to reach the Roche pit right at about the time that it respawns. I wonder if he's going to hang around in it. 3 seconds left.
Oh, I thought he was going to walk out then.
There we go.
There it is.
So I think they're just saying, let's go bot, maybe? Do they have a scan? They've got one scan available. Maybe just wanting to all TP in at once. Dangerous game they're playing.
Well, actually, I don't really call this early, actually. 29-minute Diffusal Blade picked up here for Sniper, Young PH, wanting to try and burst this mana. Yeah.
I mean, he's going... I don't know if I like that choice. Like, yes, it's important, but so is a BKB, and so is a Monkey King bar now at this stage, where Deuce is almost into that
yeah.
butterfly.
I was going to say, I mean, can't melt the mana if you've got all that well, if you've got yourself a butterfly.
They just saw that only an Earthshaker was revealed on the map as well, by the way. So they know exactly where they are. They saw them just pop into the smoke as well, off the back of the Dawnbreaker ulti. Not ulti. Innate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Young PH. Oh, that's such bad positioning. They've caught him easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That is not the positioning you want here on the Sniper. And with that, you will pay the price. You will be taken out. They could just siege tier 3s now.
No, definitely not. It was difficult positioning coming through that situation. I mean, yeah, like you said, they can siege that high ground. They're not even needing to wait for the banner to come through. They don't want the second life from the Aegis. They do still have the glyph available, though. And, again, this freaking frustrating Lich Frost Shield.
Oh no, the skewer there. They have themselves the break too. Will they take down the Bristle? Yes, they will. Easy. Look at that. Another easy peasy situation. That's a second core down. 70 seconds death timer. No buyback available. Definitely a bottom set of racks now.
They overlapped though, the Frost Shield and the glyph, right? So you didn't get benefit out of either. And I just feel like it was, I don't know, what you can call it. Is it arrogance? Is it whatever? Just not respecting the Silver Edge from the Medusa, just walking into them with a Magnus, expecting not to get killed off pretty damn easily.
Exactly that. The Silver Edge, such a good item here against the Bristlebackers.
You just feel like nothing.
Yeah.
And the Skadi as well on top of that as well. So not only do you not have the Bristleback passive, you also don't have your lifesteal being anywhere near as effective.
And you've got a Butterfly now too.
Yep.
Very soon.
And you'll have an Aegis very soon as well. And this feels a lot more like the boom that I was expecting to see. You know, like they are the more coordinated of the two. Jackie's positioning still a couple of times I've been like, you sure about that? But FBZ and Mac for sure have been completely on point for me.
And there we go, Aegis for Jackie. So actually attempting to rotate by this tier 2. FBZ wanting to go for the Earth Spirit, actually links himself up on one of the cliffs himself.
Just wanting to play quickly, team in two minds a little bit. Zhao is still mana draining a creep just because he's been constantly using it onto the rest of his team, just giving them that full mana battery to be able to play around with. Means that he's not instantly there to be able to connect with the rest of his team.
Oh, we've got a refresher now, FBZ. He's finished it. Some lovely RP plays. Double RP. I could see a situation where they just RP like Bristleback twice with the Silver Edge, and easy does it. They have enough damage, lots of damage. I mean, 233 plus. I just saw their 200 damage. I don't know what increased the Medusa damage there then.
Good question.
What was that?
Empower?
Ah. How stupid of me. Oh yes. we did have to question that a little bit. I'll go high ground though.
Can't cleave off of arrows, thankfully. Good God, imagine if you could.
Oh, imagine. Oh, RP. Oh, there it goes. There we see. And the break and the finger. Goodbye, Bristle. Not even a hero. Down for 70 seconds. No buyback. Some Wukong attempting to flee on 400 HP. They will lose their Bristleback instantaneously there. Just picked off there by
Found
FBZ.
another.
But another RP catching
That's like
the sniper. But a lovely sinister gaze there. It will not be enough to save the sniper. And there goes Sniper. Does have the buyback. They'll attempt to turn it around now. Take out the Earth Spirit there too. Buyback from him also to try and defend this high ground. But they could go in for another blink and a skewer. There it is. That's going to be a dieback on the the Earth Spirit, sorry.
I don't know what happened there with Young PH as well at the very end. Like, yes, he got Blink RP'd, but he just, like, force-staffed forward a little bit, but I didn't see any force-staffs off cooldown. He didn't concussive grenade himself, he just lurched forward a little bit. But at the end of the day, a bunch of buybacks being used, a huge net worth lead, and a level 23 Medusa being buffed up by both a Lion and a Pugna, and no RP, but no worries, I don't think.
I just see FBZ hanging around here within the trees. He's got himself a Smoke of Deceit upon him. Just wanting to try and find another skewer target. Blink now obtained on the Lion here too. That's coming in pretty soon. Still this Aegis intact, 2 minutes. They're just going to try and take the final set of racks here.
FBZ, he's got eyes on KSH.
There's the life drain. Oh, a skewer onto the bristle again. Where's the break? There it is. Is he able to survive through it all? Yes, he is. Able to activate that BKB now. Going onto the Medusa. Medusa will fall. Does have themselves that Aegis, but an Echo Slam. Oh, onto two. Zorain, he will fall there from, funnily enough, the Nether Ward. I think he tried to
Frost Blast.
Chain Frost there. Oh, wait, was it Frost Blast?
Yeah,
Oh.
he already had the Chain Frost. It helped kill the Medusa once, but unfortunately just not lingering long enough to be able to continue to have effectiveness on that Ice Spire after the fact. I was looking at Zorain the entire time because, you know, that is a potential way to be able to save your Bristleback, right? Just get in place to be able to land the Frost Shield onto him, and he did. He actually landed a pretty good one that time around to reduce a lot of the damage coming through, but again, it's just not enough. I think they're completely out of buybacks as well outside of the Dawnbreaker. There need to be some Wukong defending against this, otherwise you're going to be going up against Mega Creeps.
I think maybe perhaps they're just waiting for cooldown or refresher or the right time to try and catch someone here. They don't have themselves... I know they do have themselves some vision on the high ground. Oh, and an RP! Onto two! They've caught themselves the Bristle. Bristle dead along with the Earth Spirit. Okay, now this definitely looks to be an end game situation as now they're going to go for Sun Wukong. Bind it in there by the Medusa. Will still survive through it all, but in comes Mac here with the Echo Slam and that refresher, attempting to try and find Sniper right now. Young PH attempting to flee, but the Shockwave will find him. And there we go. That's 2 cores down. GG is called in Game 2. A lot easier here for Boom Esports. They'll find it at 37 minutes. GG to them. And indeed, they will take this series. They'll move on up into the upper bracket and they will smash Yangon.